Now today we start lesson number 5, acid, base and salts. In this lesson we are going to learn the properties of acid, base and some salts. Before that, let's first understand the meaning of acid, base and salt. What is acid, what is base and what is salt? We are human being, and all the living things on the earth, you know that they require energy to sustain their life, and energy they are getting from the food. So when they are consuming food, they are getting energy. So we human being also consume food, that is we are eating food to get the energy. During daytime, in our daily meal, that is breakfast, lunch and dinner, we are eating many food items like chapati, bhakri, rice, dal and so many other things also we are eating. So all these ingredients include in our meal. They are the combination of different types of the materials, that is the carbohydrates, fats, minerals, vitamins, and the different types of vitamins are present in different types of vegetables and fruits. Similarly, minerals, we are also required minerals. We are getting mineral from the natural resources and as well as the artificial resources. So balanced diet we are consuming. So when we are eating, the different types of the taste the different food items give. Some food items are salty in taste, some are sweet in taste, some vegetables or some fruits, they are little bit different types of the taste, astringent, or we can say sometimes they are bitter, some little bit bitter in taste, or some vegetables like the bitter gourd is bitter in taste. So this taste, depending upon the taste, we can understand the different types of the vegetables when we are consuming. So when we are eating, we are simply saying with the help of the taste only that this particular type of the food material is sour to taste, it is salty to taste, sweet in taste. So how come we know that which type of the ingredients it is in their food material, what is present, due to that they give the special type of the taste. So the food materials or the ingredients which are sour to taste, they are simply known as acid. That is a simple definition of acid, that the food ingredients which gives sour to taste, they are known as acid. The food material or food ingredients which are bitter in taste, they are known as base. And some other also substances in our daily life we are using, for example washing powder, washing soaps and all that. So when we are using, we feel that they are slippery and smooth in feeling. So these types of the properties, they are distinguished different materials present on the earth's surface, and they are categorized into these types of the groups: acid, base and the salts. Now some materials or some chemicals are given in your textbook in the form of a table. So I have given here the names of the material, that chemicals, only the formulas are given. So here the first one is hydrochloric acid. The name is hydrochloric acid. Formula is HCl. This H plus is the basic radical, Cl minus is the acidic radical, and the name is acid. Similarly, second one is nitric acid, HNO3, H plus NO3 minus, it is again acid. Then hydrogen bromide, HBr, H plus Br minus, acid again. Then sulfuric acid, H2SO4, H plus SO4 minus, acid. Sodium hydroxide, NaOH, Na plus OH minus, base. Potassium hydroxide, KOH, K plus OH minus, base. Then calcium hydroxide, CaOH twice, Ca plus OH minus, base. Aluminium hydroxide, NH4OH, NH4OH minus, base. Common salt, NaCl, Na plus Cl minus, salt. Copper nitrate, CuNO3 twice, Cu plus NO3 minus, salt. Here potassium sulfate K2SO4, K plus SO4 minus salt, calcium calcium chloride CaCl2, Ca plus Cl minus salt, and ammonium sulfate NH4 twice SO4, NH4 plus SO4 minus salt. Now look at this table again. What is your observation when we are writing the formula HCl? HCl contains two types of the radicals. The first radical is the plus 1, second radical is the second minus 1. So plus radical is known as basic radical and second radical is known as acidic radical. So in the chemical where the basic radical is H plus, the chemical where the basic radical is H plus is known as acid, and the chemical where the acidic radical is OH minus, the chemical whose acidic radical is OH minus is known as base, and the chemicals or the minerals substance whose basic or acidic radical is neither H plus or nor OH minus, they are known as salt. So here in common salt, H plus is not there, OH minus is also not there. So the chemical whose basic radical is different from H plus and acidic radical is also different from OH, they are known as salt. So this is the definition of acid and salt. First definition what I had given, simple. The substance which is sour to taste is known as acid. The substance which is bitter to taste is known as base. Now according to the chemical, this table, what is the definition of acid now? The chemical or the substance whose basic radical is H plus is known as acid. The substance whose acidic radical is OH minus is known as base, and the substance whose basic or acidic radical is neither H plus nor OH minus is known as salt. So these are the definitions of acid, base and salt. Now the next one is ionic compound. What is compound now? First we understand the meaning of compound. What is compound? Compound is nothing but the combination of two or more chemicals in a proper proportion by weight. The substance or the chemical which is a combination of two or more substances or more chemicals in a proper proportion is known as compound. For example, water. Water is a compound because hydrogen and oxygen combines in a proper proportion only, then only water molecule is formed. Otherwise water is not formed. So now ionic compound. What is the meaning of ionic compound? Let us discuss about this ionic compound with the help of one example. Here example I had given is common salt. Common salt is made up of or is a combination of sodium and chloride. Sodium and chlorine. So sodium atomic number is 11. Now this 11 atomic number shows that number of electron present in one sodium atom is 11. Electron, how many electrons are present? 11 electrons are present because atomic number is 11. So these electrons are distributed in different shell. There are limitation of shell number. That is, the first shell is capability of the first shell is only 2 electrons. Second shell 8 electrons. Third shell 18 and so on. Now number of electrons are 11. So first shell 2. Then second shell 8. 2 plus 8 10 are completed. How many remain? Only 1. So in the third shell 1 electron is there. Now this is sodium atom which is unstable. Why unstable? Because to become a stable, the outermost electronic shell must be completed by octet. But here outermost shell is having only one electron. So it is unstable. When it becomes stable, when it loses this one electron, then this shell is disappear, and this inner shell is having already 8 electrons. So when sodium is losing one electron, then it becomes a stable electronic configuration, that is 2,8, and sodium is converted into ion form. That is, charge is present on sodium. So sodium atom convert into sodium ion after losing one electron. Similarly, chlorine. Chlorine atomic number is 17. So 17 electrons are distributed 2, 8 and 7. Again this is unstable because outermost electronic shell contains only 7. To become stable it requires 1 electron. So this 1 electron, the chlorine atom is accepting from sodium, and then the octet is completed. It becomes stable having negative because it is accepting. This is donating, this is accepting. Therefore, here is positive charge, here is negative charge. So, whenever the compounds are formed, then the electrons are interchanged. The electrons are interchanged. From this example, you come to know that sodium is losing one electron and chlorine is accepting one electron. So there is interchange between the electron between sodium and chlorine. So when the electrons are interchanged between the atoms of two atoms, then a bond is formed. Which bond is formed? There is a force of attraction because this is the positive and this is the negative, and you know that oppositely charged particles are attracted with each other. So they attract each other and a bond is formed. Between them a bond is formed. That bond is known as ionic bond, and the due to ionic bond a compound is formed. That is the meaning of ionic compound. So ionic compound is nothing but the bond formed between the two oppositely charged particles. They are known as ionic compound. Positive ions are known as cations and negative ions are known as anions.